Hello goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. First things first, my apologies to people who follow Listen with Eldritch. Life got in the way this week and I wasn't able to do this week's episode. So I don't know if I'll do 2 episodes next week. Probably not. We'll just be a week behind, and that's okay. But I couldn't miss this week's pipes. These are all some. I like to have some available, but these have all gone, unfortunately. Such is the way of things. But let's have a look anyway. The first 2, I should say, I have to do a shout out. Couldn't find my phone. To Stephen the Mad, who picked these 2 guys up. I didn't consciously make these as a set or a matching pair, but it just turned out that they did. I seem to have had some kind of love affair with a black sandblast and mother of pearl stem. So let's have a look at what we've got. That, if you're a frequent watcher will know, is a Slenderman. Really nice detailed sort of medium blast on that guy. Nice craggy plateau. Look at that guy, it's kind of like that wild slope. It's quite a nice sized bowl. You might be thinking it's a very small thing. Maybe the shank might give you the idea that it's a small pipe. It's not really that small a pipe. It's like 6.5 inches long, I think. But I think the slender shank gives you this idea it's kind of diminutive. It's not. And as you can see, mother of pearl stem. Oh, that's a good shot. So you can see like the flecks of green on one side, then you can see the sort of like the purple reflections coming at the other side. Sometimes you don't always catch it on camera. So there you go. First pipe, Black Blast Slenderman. The next one, also going to Stephen. You'll see the theme immediately. This time, a Dr. Silence reading pipe, but given the same treatment. I really like the way. So this is a feature, I would say, of most of the Cumberland stock, which is that the black and the colour will tend to separate a bit, and you can use those moments to create effects like this. It's, in some senses it's luck, and in some senses it's knowing where to find them, but you get this nice effect of the black pipe sort of then transitioning into the black stem and then transitioning through to the pearl. Again, what I would call a rugged medium. Plenty of ring grain going on there, but it's kind of like in this kind of arc. And you've got the evidence of the straight grain. Some pretty rugged plateau going on here too. I do like crazy plateau. Let's take a look at that stem. So there you can see, so where you got those like flecks of green, that's really just like the light refracting through where the pearl interacts with the black, and it gives these colour refractions. Seven inches long and 2 inches deep on the bowl, so that's a good smoke for anyone. This next one, I don't know if you remember last week, I had a black blasted strawberry with a blue stem. A number of people tried to get it. Obviously I only had one at the time, so I needed to make another to get me out of trouble. So a black sandblasted strawberry with blue Cumberland stem. What I will say is that of all the colours, the blue has probably given me the most difficulty. Most of the other colours will go through a range of doing like these broad details all the way through to sort of fine wispy details, but the blue always seemed to only do the finer wispy details, which was lovely, but I wondered why it wasn't doing these broad details. It turns out that it's to do with temperature of the different resins, but it took me a long time to actually hone in on that detail. And finally, I have blue giving us sort of more broad swirls and details, which I'm pleased with. Half saddle stem, as always, on my strawberries and acorns. That has its new owner, and will be going off very shortly. Now the last one isn't sold and it's not available. Many moons ago, before I made Slenderman, I made the prototype. This is the guy. This is the guy that I made for myself. And this one is different from all of the others because this guy has a brass rod as its core. And to be honest, you may have noticed that I smoked this for a while and then I just stopped smoking it. And the curious among you might have wondered why that is. It's because I started to be able to taste the brass core. It didn't seem to matter what blend I smoked. I just got this metallic tang, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So this pipe has been retired. This is now more my template for other Slendermen. It doesn't look a lot. Mostly I tend to do taller bowls, but other than that, this is my main template. So I wanted another one. I wanted one that is like how I make them now with the carbon fibre cores. And I also wanted to test a new finish. So let me show you, this is my pipe. But if you like this finish, I can now do it. So this is my new Slenderman. Now, I was trying with the camera earlier. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see. There, you can see. Can you see how it's purple on this side, green on that side? It's an iridescent finish. Wow, you can really see it on there. On the plateau rim, it's going all over the shop. I didn't know whether to call this. My other half said, call it a kelpie finish. I thought that's not Lovecraftian enough. Maybe a Shoggoth finish. Or a Deep One finish. Dagon finish. Cthulhu finish seems a bit on the nose. Mother of Pearl stem. Hope you like the blast on that as well. So yes, Slenderman with an iridescent finish that I've yet to give a name to, but I will try and come up with a name for it. For now, I guess it's an iridescent finish. All right, so there you go. That's this week's pipes. I'm away for a few days, so I think the next thing will be the next, what should have been this week's episode of Listen with Eldritch, episode 26 of the Magnus Archives. But until then, take it very easy. Your loyal pipe maker.